Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary. 'Cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Da-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Greetings, friends, and welcome to another episode of Gothic Horror Gaming here on Nat 21 Adventures. I'm your host, the Gloom Master, Tom Zadoyko, and we are going to continue our adventure that we started last week, set in 1794 during the French Revolution. But before we get into the game itself, I would like to take a few moments and thank some of our sponsors. Well, first of all, I would like to thank our personal friends, Amy and Jesse over there at 3dtu.org. They're making all sorts of wonderful gaming products. They have various dice towers, journals, mimic dice boxes, all sorts of things. Check them out at 3dtu.org. Also, our parent organization, maybe you might say, Ren Adventures and Destination D&D. Ren Adventures does all sorts of tours all over the world where you get to tour other countries with Renaissance Fair performers. But we've also branched out to doing Destination D&D, playing Dungeons and Dragons in all of these strange and exotic locales with Renaissance Fair performers. And our next one is November 19th through the 23rd down in New Orleans, and it will culminate with a visit to the Louisiana Renaissance Fair, where many of the people you will see on the stream and even tonight will be performing. You can see us down there. But we're also doing others, including one in England at Muncaster Castle. We're doing that again next year. So you can also check out destinationdnd.com. And I would be very remiss if I did not plug ourselves. My wife, Melissa Lee, who is also Handler Z here on the channel, has written a book of fiction, mainly short fiction, horror, dark romance, and poetry. It's called Dare. It is out now in Amazon as a paperback and also as a Kindle version, and I do the audiobook narration. We have a new book coming out in October. I don't want to say too much about it, but it's a collection of more stories and poetry as well. And I just saw the cover artwork for it. And Devin Burkowski, some of you know who she is, works at the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, amongst other places. She's doing the artwork, and the cover art looks amazing. But tonight we are performing and playing a tabletop role-playing horror game for anybody who is new. We are doing a horror RPG, and that comes with certain caveats, which I would like to mention now. This is a horror game, and as such, we will be dealing with subjects of violence, gruesome gore, death, things of common phobias, all sorts of things like that. So if that is not your cup of tea, we understand. There we have plenty of other offerings here on Nat 21 Adventures, so please check those out. But if you would like some horror of a slightly more, I won't say adult as in like adult film, but adult oriented material. It's going to be a little bit heady, a little bit gruesome, R-rated movie sort of stuff. So if you're all right with that, then you are in the right place. Our setting, as I mentioned, is the year 1794. We are in mid-revolutionary France, in Paris in particular, and we are set in the Chill universe. Chill is a role-playing game that was created by Mayfair Games back in the 80s. It still exists under new iterations and new ownership. But essentially, the supernatural is very real, very dangerous, and largely unknown. In fact, it is called the unknown. The average person doesn't know that it exists, but it is still very, very, very real. But the rule system we are using is from a game called Over the Edge, written in the late 80s, early 90s. And it is a very, very simple system. You have 3 traits for every character. You have a primary trait and 2 side traits. Anytime you attempt an action, you see if the action you want to do falls under one of your traits. And depending on that, you roll a certain number of 6-sided dice attempting to hit a target number. Let us say that you are a soldier, and that is your primary trait, and your side traits are amateur painter and devoutly religious. So in that instance, you're going to fire a rifle. That is something a soldier is trained to do, and that is your primary trait. Therefore, you would roll 4 6-sided dice attempting to hit. Now, that same character was attempting to sketch from memory something that they saw to convey to another character. Well, that falls underneath one of their side traits. They would roll 3d6. And if it falls under none of their traits, let's say the same character is attempting to cleanly amputate. Well, no, a soldier might actually know that. Let us say that this character is attempting to rewire a fuse box. No experience in that, so they would roll only 2d6. You in Twitchland can also help. Sir David Percival is over there in the comments helping us out, being our moderator once again. Thank you so much, Sir David. You can spend your Twitch points with Sir David Percival and buy helps. Helps are assigned to our players or to me as the game master, the Gloom Master, and they allow an additional d6 per help expended to be rolled. Now, you can still only take the maximum number of dice for your final tally that you would normally be allowed. Let us say the soldier is shooting his rifle. He would normally roll 4d6. He expends a help by declaring it before he rolls. So now he will roll 5d6 and take the highest 4. So I hope that makes sense. It is really quite simple, and you will see as we go along how this works. Like I said, it's a very simple rule system. 1794, Paris. We find ourselves in St. Mary's of the Mangers church. It is in the north eastern part of the center of Paris. Most churches, because of the revolution, have been boarded up and shuttered. Many have been defiled. Fortunately, not this one, as the revolution was militantly atheistic at times. So we find ourselves in the church of St. Mary's, and there we see two figures. One, a foreign national in town, Massimo.
See.
Di Milano. Can you please describe yourself to us so that we know what we see when we see your character?
I will always say that I'm a humble tailor, but I'm actually a very good tailor. That is why I'm here in Paris, and I've just been caught up in this whole thing. I am not a spy at all. Of course I'm not. I'm just a humble tailor to the stars. Or, well, the former lords and ladies and royalty. Yeah.
So you shifted your focus when the revolution came from the nobility then to the members of the committee and such?
Oh, of course. I mean, whoever really needs the clothing. I mean, you can't just walk an army out into just wearing willy-nilly. You need like fine fabrics. Come on, people.
Very well. There with him is a slightly more humble-looking character, Etienne.
You will not be quiet about clothes. I am wearing what I left in.
Yes. What do people see when they look at you?
I am very handsome. I'm not. I'm handsome enough to get me into trouble. 6'4", slender build, wide shoulders, constantly hunched over, and either usually drinking something dark and red, and playing chess.
Very good. Well, the two of you find yourselves in the sanctuary of St. Mary's. You've pried open a back door and closed it behind you as you snuck into the church. And you can discuss what happened that brought you here, if you like, for a few moments.
Well, we were really trying to get out of the city. I ran into Etienne, my good friend. I tried to address him, but he never listens. But we tried to escape. There was a boat. It didn't make the launch. So there was some explosions. I think that was our boat, Etienne. I don't know. I think it was our boat. So
yes, it was kind of far away from you.
Yeah.
It was pretty far away from you when it exploded. It was much further upriver from you.
Yes.
Even if it was not our boat, it'll be subject to. There will be more attention paid to the waterways.
Yes, and I am not exactly wearing my worst. I took my best clothing just so that I would maybe pawn it off on something, but someone. But might have been Might have been a mistake to wear my good clothes.
Well.
Well, we ran from the guards. We ran from the docks. We ran into a couple of soldiers or gendarme. Well, I might have
Just say it.
stabbed
You
him.
killed. Just say it.
I stabbed him with my scissors, with my good scissors. I mean, these are like really good. You really shouldn't use. I mean, I went through the fabric, so they cut really nicely. I think he's dead. I didn't.
He is very much dead.
That is as you were escaping from Madame Vivienne's place.
Oh yes, we sought help from the madam. As I am a bit of a socialite myself as well, and she helped us out. But yes, the gendarme came to the salon that we were at, and we had to escape. So yes, now I literally have blood on my hands. I know.
And you are in a church, no less.
Well, you can wash it off in the baptismal font. Perhaps you will be cleaned of more things. I'm going to look around.
So as the two of you sort of break, Etienne, you are going to look around for what in particular, I believe?
I'm looking for wine.
Very good. And Massimo,
If I'm going to hell, I might as well not go thirsty.
That is very wise. Massimo, what are you attempting to go do?
Well, I will admit that I am from Italy, and they probably only have French wine, so I'm not that. But I may or may not be a devout Catholic, so I think I have. Even that there's no priest here, I'm just gonna go to the confessional and just get it off my chest. You know, like just might be a good thing. Like
as you rise to go in your separate directions, you hear a door in the back past the altar of the church creak open on its iron hinges, and two other figures step out from there. You can sort of see that's the bell tower behind them, and Augustin and Juliette come into the sanctuary. You see these two other individuals in there, clearly not soldiers or gendarmes, and now all four of you are in the sanctuary of the church, surprising each other at the same time.
Bonjour.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. I would like to roll my dice to see if I know.
Oh, yes, actually, yes, indeed, Juliette.
It is 16.
You are fairly certain that the well-dressed man is a known tailor and socialite. I believe he's Italian. Massimo comes to mind, but that's all you can remember. The other gentleman is an enigma to you at the moment.
Would I recognize her?
Roll your not a spy trait.
Socialite is my other.
Yes, roll socialite, please.
He's just a plain, simple tailor.
3 dice, right?
For a side trait, 3 dice.
That's a total of 10.
10. She looks vaguely familiar, but you
It's
can't
another
come up
pretty
with the
fame.
name.
Pardon, monsieur. Massimo?
Oui, that is me. What?
I
Do I
think
know
I
you?
know you, sir. You are a tailor, yes?
Yes, of course. A simple
Ah.
tailor.
Of course,
yes.
you are a simple tailor. Do
Have
I know
made
that
clothes
he is?
for you?
Pardon?
Have I made clothes for you?
Not for me personally. No, I have different tastes. Let's just say.
Okay. You don't like clothes?
What
I mean,
is there?
I love clothes. Okay. I am French, obviously. I would like to know if I know that he is just a simple tailor.
With your 16, you've heard rumors, but you have no concrete proof.
Understood.
Madame Julie,
Oh,
You know
Where
this
are my
man?
manners? Oh, pardon, pardon. Of course. Monsieur Augustine, this is Massimo the tailor, and I'm not sure who this gentleman is, but I know that he is very tall.
Thank you.
This is my friend Etienne.
Etienne.
Ah. Bonsoir.
We mean, I go to shake his hand and I have the scissors. I'm like, oh God. No, won't do.
It's
By
fine.
the way, the scissors he has in his hand are bloody.
It's fine. Why would a tailor be hiding out in a church?
I like churches.
And unless you're a terrible tailor, which I do not think you are, given the fact that your clothes are quite exquisite, why are your scissors bloody?
Oh, Etienne, terrible, terrible sewing accident.
We're throwing around the word hiding rather presumptuously.
It
What
is
are
an
you
abandoned
doing here?
church, monsieur.
What are you doing here?
We are hiding.
Then we are in a court.
We. Would anybody like some Pennsylvania bourbon? I got it from a friend who comes from America sometimes.
It's worth a try, I suppose.
Anybody? It's very good.
I suppose we are all friends.
Yes.
It would seem so.
Enemy of my enemy.
You hear a cat shrieking out in the distance. Apparently.
Yes, a very cat.
How is it? I'm
To
gonna
the
roll my
Republic.
secondary trait.
With your secondary trait, it is an American whiskey, not really your cup of tea. You imagine if you liked whiskey, this would be okay, but it is whiskey.
It is in a acquired taste, monsieur.
Just have a sip.
He proceeds to chug a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's not without its charm.
With absolutely no twitch, no snort, no nothing. It was like it was water to him.
Mon Dieu.
Mio Dio.
Alors, so it was lovely to meet all of you here, but I think I would like to perhaps question: do we think that this establishment or this place that we find ourselves in, this abandoned church, is still safe?
Sanctified, you mean?
No.
No,
I mean-
they are attacking. They are invading any place. There is no safe place in this.
No.
We've only just
Yeah.
found ourselves here. We have not explored it much.
Were you
Did you bar the
followed?
door? How did you get in? Did you bar the door?
Let us do this now.
Yes, you had closed the door and made it look like nothing had changed, but you take the moment now, Etienne, to how do you want to bar the door? I mean, there is a lock on the inside, but
Who is the biggest
you are.
You.
besides me?
Me, him. I don't know.
I point
I'm
to one of-
average.
I am a
point
humble
to- I
tailor.
point to the. I start to lift up one of the pews to see if I can't move it.
Here, allow me to assist you, sir.
All right. The two of you managed to maneuver the pew in front of the main doors of the church. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Very good.
Monsieur Gloommaster, in churches of this, a lot of churches in this period in Paris would actually have had not just very strong, heavy oak doors, but a place to actually bar them. Is that bar here? To basically
yes.
help hold out in case of seizures.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
There are side doors as well, though.
All right.
Let us perhaps. What time of day is it?
This is the dead of night. This is probably about at this point about 2 a.m.
Perhaps we should Well, we have two choices: either stay here or go and find some other place. But this seems like as good a place as any for right now.
As long as we are not discovered.
Should we set a watch, maybe?
I'm fine with this.
May I ask, Madame Lacombe, why are you here so late? And I mean, in general, not just in this church, but what?
What?
Yeah, what are you and your friend doing this time of night? There are many gendarmes around that I don't know. It might seem dangerous.
Well, we were forced from our current establishment by the gendarme, and we are simply laying low at the moment.
We
And
are
you?
we are in a similar position.
Would I have any idea that there might be other people who are trying to get out on the same boat as us?
It's possible. You have no idea who else you might have made arrangements with.
You weren't perhaps going for a boat ride tonight, were you?
Boat ride. What do
Oh,
you
what?
ask about boat rides?
I missed mine.
That is a very interesting. We missed ours as well.
A lot of that going around, I see.
I'm
Oh,
absolutely at this point going to go around and looking for wine.
My
Very
coat
good.
falls off
Etienne
my
goes off
shoulder,
and
and
is
there's like
rummaging
blood.
through.
Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Do you happen to be a friend
Surgeon.
of Jean-Louis?
Yes, I am a friend of a lot of people, but yes, we were supposed to meet.
Ah,
Didn't make it. Would you happen to know anything about where he is tonight?
Let's just
Believe
say
he
he
is-
had an explosive exit.
I believe he is trying to explore places under the sun.
He just went all to pieces.
He went ham, as they say. Well, I guess he's not going to make his ride for tomorrow, then, I guess.
No.
Unless it is across the river Styx.
He is dead. Let us move on.
Yes, we. Well put.
Etienne, roll me your heavy drinker skill.
$11.
You managed to find a single bottle of sacramental wine that was stashed behind the altar.
I keep it with me.
Very well.
Well,
Extra Catholic wine.
should we figure out who is going to be the people who are watching?
I'm going to climb up to the tower to get a better view of what's going on. See if I can
Good.
see it.
It is a lovely night out there. Paris is burning.
I hate to ask, was there anyone following you? Did you get away from them? Are they still on your trail?
Not that I know of.
Okay. No bad.
They were on ground level, and we were on rooftops. They were setting a building alight. We were leaving that building. So let us hope that we were not followed, monsieur.
Grand. So let me just. We are all trying to get out of this city. Yes.
Yes, I think we have
we-
established that.
Let's maybe before we take a nap, we come up with maybe a plan to maybe escape. We all need some rest, but perhaps we should think about how we are going to get out.
That is why I want to go and look out of the bell tower.
Very well, Etienne. Go forth.
Etienne, you scramble up without much difficulty and take a look out. You do, in fact, see a plume of smoke rising to the south, several blocks away. It seems to be dying down now, but that sort of goes along with what Augustin and Juliette had mentioned about that somebody was trying to set fire to the building they were in. You looking at it, it's a couple hundred yards away, so you're fairly well removed from it in the bustle of Paris. You do not see anyone on the grounds out and about in your neighborhood, however. It seems to be the streets seem to be relatively quiet up here.
Maybe we doesn't look like there's too many people around. I don't know if Massimo's fatality has caused much of that, but who knows if there's other just bodies lying in the streets.
Well, perhaps we can all get some rest, and maybe we get up early. Who comes out early in the morning? Tailors don't.
Bakers
The
would.
gendarmes. Bakers and the gendarme.
Milkmen, maybe. Well,
I usually wake up very early because of my cocks.
I do not wake up before noon.
I think I have your same schedule, madame.
I wake
Of
up
course
early.
you would.
Yes, Etienne wakes up because of his cocks.
Are you a farmer, monsieur?
I'm a poultryman,
Oh,
Poultry.
formerly.
Ah. So you deal in les œufs?
Eggs. Yes.
Très bien.
Eggs and chickens. They are far away, but I've abandoned them. Matters not right now. I wish to leave. So
Oh.
well, let's just see if we
Such
can
is
get you
life.
out of here.
All right, well, I'm going to find myself a nice little cozy spot.
I will take watch.
Perfect. I would like to see, do they have like the little squishy cushion on the pews?
Kneelers.
No. These are
No?
bare wooden pews.
What about in the confessional? Do they have squishy pillows in the confessional?
I believe the idea is they don't want people to be comfortable.
Madame,
Yes,
I was
the
looking for you.
the confessionals are fairly barren as well.
What about
Madame,
in
this is Paris, not Versailles.
Well, I would like to look into the little priest's house. Little priest, not the priest house, but the priest little back area.
Mhm.
The vestibule.
Is the vestibule or the...
There is a
vestibule.
chair full of comfy cushions there.
I would like to arrange them in such a way that I am squishy, comfortable.
You manage to remove all of the comfortable cushions, bring them out, and arrange them on a pew to make a comfortable bed for yourself.
Are there any other fabrics around, like curtains or anything that?
There is the what is it called? The cloth that goes over top of the altar.
So here's what I'm gonna try to do. I have but one gendarme hat that I grabbed off of the guy that I killed. I'm gonna attempt to make 3 more for everyone, so that perhaps in the morning, maybe with my amazing tailor skills, we can sneak out of this place. So I'm going to look around if there's anything I can color the fabric black, or like.
Give me your tailor skill as a roll. I will point out before anybody rolls anything further tonight, we do have a list of helps. People have been giving us all helps here.
Oh.
This is
Oh, merci.
the current help count, thanks to Sir David Percival.
Merci beaucoup. All right. Can I? So is that an extra die?
Each help allows you an extra die. You still only take the top 4, though. So you can roll 5 if you spend a help, but you take the top 4.
I'm rolling 5.
All right. So you're using a help. Very well.
Yes. Top 4 would be, because I rolled one of those was a 1. So top 4 is going to be 15, 16, 17, 18.
Not to be that guy, but this is less tailoring and more millinery.
We are improvising, my friend. Improvazione. Che cazzo?
Can't take these. I'm going on patrol.
I have likely fallen asleep standing up,
I am very comfortable.
leaning against a wall.
You actually managed to cobble together facsimiles of official-looking hats that from a distance will probably pass. Up close, they probably won't. But from a block away, you might be able to escape too much notice.
One real one in the front, though, might work. I'll take it. All right. I was.
Join us at Net 21 for hot stitching action.
Juliette has fallen asleep as well. Massimo is working frantically to try to finish some hats for you all. And Augustine, what are you doing?
I was standing watch. I was going window to window, and also seeing if there is any entryway that I can find to get down into our catacomb or sewer system.
All right. As you're searching about, you do see that there is a crypt beneath this church. There is a door that leads down a set of limestone stairs into a basement, almost rough-hewn limestone cavern.
All right. Does it seem? Is there any indication that it seems to go anywhere, or is it just
it depends on how
localized?
far you want to go. You can feel a cool air, a little stale, but it rises. You can smell it as you start to descend. You can smell the niter in the air. That musty basement smell, tinged with vague scent of old death. But old death, like ancient. If you've ever been in a museum that has an open area where there is a ancient artifacts of human remains, they're usually not totally open air, but you can like that. There's a smell that even through the display you can sense it. That's coming up from the basement.
I think I found it. I go up and I very gently shake Madame Juliette on her arm. Oh, all right. Bonsoir.
It's about 3 in the morning at this point.
Oh,
Massimo, you've just finished your work.
Madame, my apologies. I think I have found catacombs.
oh la la. The catacombs?
I think there's a crypt, and there's a smell, cool air, and that smell that you cannot mistake coming from it. Not a sewer system.
Oh, that is lovely.
Indeed.
Well, Should we try to go now? No, I want to sleep more.
Darkness is our friend.
Blah blah blah. Of course. Blah blah blah. I'm Monsieur Auguste. I know everything. Blah blah blah.
I do not know everything, but darkness is our friend in this case.
You are correct. Fine. Oh,
You know your way around the city. You got us through the sewers. You are in charge, but I think now is our time to go.
okay.
Really? Oh, très bien. Merci.
Fine. All right. Should we bring our new friends or no?
It would be...
Massimo is standing right next to you.
Ah!
See, I told you.
Right.
Right?
It's a lovely chapeau.
That is.
I got one for everybody. Here, you take this
Oh.
one. You take this one. You take this one. They're not the best, but this is the real one. If I'm in front, then maybe we stand a chance. And if I wear it all jaunty like sort of sly.
Well,
Look how
This
good
looks
that
stupid.
looks.
these are so lovely. You did such a good job.
I know it's a little floppy, but you'll be fine.
Yeah, merci, monsieur.
Merci. I put mine in.
Etienne is still asleep.
Ah,
I will go and rouse our large friend.
oh, I had forgotten about Etienne.
Monsieur? Monsieur?
It takes a while to fall asleep. I've been listening to every word.
Oh, very good. Monsieur, I believe now is our time to go.
It's very well.
All right.
The farther
must
we
get
get away
ready
from here, the
first.
better.
Monsieur Gloommaster, are there any remaining candles, lanterns, or torches in the church?
You do find a stack of candles in the priest's area.
Oui.
Probably about 6 tallow candles back there.
Lovely.
Is there one of those incense burners that's like
A censer?
the swingy one?
Yes, there is actually.
Oh, I'm taking one. It reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
Monsieur, is that
Stealing?
that is a holy thing.
Look, I used to be an altar boy. Okay, it's fine. We got it. Also, you can swing it.
okay,
He
so
did
which
make
way
all
are
of
we
these hats out of the all of the priests' Cossacks. So,
That's true. All right.
and if we must ask for anything, it is God's forgiveness. Away we are.
At least they are not silver candlestick.
going? Or a loaf of bread?
Oui.
I would just eat the loaf of bread.
Madame knows the way. I believe she is our guide. She, I believe, is probably the most intelligent of all of us.
We will see.
That is a very kind thing for you to say, Monsieur Augustine.
It's my pleasure.
So show me where's the entrance is, and I will see where if I can get our bearings.
Yeah, it's this way.
Okay.
Indeed, you come to the entrance. The there's a small back room with a door, and then inside that there are rough-hewn limestone stairs that descend.
Okay. I would like to go down into the. Well, first, I need a candle or something. If someone wants to lead me with the light. Do we have
Augustin
a
has
way
lit a candle. Anyone else lighting a
Well-
candle?
Oh yeah.
Candle.
Great.
How many of the 6 candles that you have you lit?
I've just lit the first one, and I'm going to light the others off of them. So just 2 at the moment. If anybody else wants one.
I'm taking
I'm
one
gonna-
from the church.
I'm gonna take a
Alright.
candle, but I am not lighting it yet.
Etienne, are you lighting yours, or are you just?
Yes.
All right. So Etienne has a lit candle. Augustin has a lit candle.
I don't need a lit candle.
All
I
right.
just need someone to hold one for me.
I have the others in my pocket.
Well, Massimo takes one but does not light it.
Very good.
So as a result, you have Massimo has an unlit, Etienne has a lit, Augustin has a lit, and then there are 3 unlit candles in Augustin's bag.
Oui.
I would like to know, as we descend into the crypt, if there is something. Knowing the layout of the city like I do, if I would have an indication as to the best direction to go in for our escape.
As you descend, you go into what is very picturesque sort of your stereotypical. It's a long underground passageway with alcoves on the sides where there are skeletal figures in laying stretched out upon them. Some areas are actually closed off, and obviously someone of some wealth and power was entombed here, but many of them are just lying on shelves open. The work of the catacombs apparently had spread to this area already. For those of you who are watching who are unfamiliar, the catacombs were opened up in Paris in an attempt to alleviate the overcrowding of the Parisian cemeteries. There were over 6 million buried in Paris by the late 1700s. So in 1780, it was decided to reinter many of these bodies underneath churches and in old limestone quarries that were opened back up in order to inter these bodies. So for the past 20 years or so, bodies have been being moved down underground out of the way. So looking around at this, Juliette, if you would give me, what skill do you think would relate to the geography of underground passages of Paris?
Probably my network, I would say, my little peoples.
I don't think that's going to help you too much, but I'll tell you what. I will let you roll 3 dice, take the highest 2. So
3 dice, take the highest 2?
Yes, please.
That would be 8.
An 8. Very well. You think that if you threaded your way, you might make your way to the Hotel de Ville, which is down again close to the Seine, right across the Seine from Notre Dame. Obviously, you're going to have to go above ground to get across the river. None of the catacombs go under the river, but the catacombs are definitely more extensive on the southern or left-hand bank of the river, and you could probably make your way out of the city that way.
I relay.
You'll still have to cross over the river at some point.
Of course, I relay this to my my friends, and the question is: do we want to go that close to the Hotel de Ville?
Do we have much choice?
Perhaps it is a situation of the closer we are to danger, the further we are from harm.
What danger are you in?
Enough. They have written me an invitation.
Oh,
I expect
They want me to meet.
far behind.
They would like me. They would like me to meet a lady.
I think we have the same invitation, perhaps.
Don't we all right now?
well, not
Anyway.
exactly, but enough.
So
I don't have a formal invitation, but let's just say that if the wrong people find me, I suppose, yeah.
Oh, I'm
I'll get
sure they will
invited to
have.
the party.
I'm sure they would love to have you there, Monsieur. The more, the merrier.
As long as
From
we
playing
are
for everybody.
going through the catacombs of metaphor, I'm likely someone's +1.
Delightful.
Oh,
Well,
So
as they
we
say in
shall,
Madame would
Japan,
certainly be happy to see us all.
thumbs up. Let's do this.
All right, we shall go.
All right.
So-
I'm checking something. Hold, please.
Juliet.
Oui?
So I just don't know. Your dress is lovely. Don't get me wrong, but you say you have other tastes. I happen to have the finest fashions from Milano, and many other places as well. That I just feel like I could be of some service to you, perhaps in the future.
I mean, well, for one thing, these clothes that I'm wearing are not my own at the moment, and not what I normally would be wearing.
Of course.
If perhaps we were to make it out of this place and you were to show me some things, maybe we could make something work.
I would love.
Massimo, if your optimism were the sun in the sky, we would all be blinded.
That is the kind of spirit that we need in times such as this, monsieur. Come, we are French. We do not let ourselves get beaten down by circumstance or facts. No. Or this cat in the sewer.
Crypt cat. That's
Crypt
good luck,
cat.
right? Right. Someone
Very
just tell
good
me
luck.
it's good luck.
It's
Crypt cats are
Very,
always very
very.
good luck.
Somebody lie to me and tell me it's good luck.
It is
He is
very
good luck. And I love him. He is my new
Le
best
chat
friend.
noir, le petit, mignon.
Monsieur
Mignon, mignon,
Pépin.
mignon.
Monsieur Pépin.
Oui.
Hello.
Anyways, so yes, I would like maybe a new gown. Would be nice in the new fashion. I have found that I like that things are starting to get a little bit more simple. Too grand they were, right? Too grand. I would like something a little bit more streamlined, something that is easy to run in, perhaps.
You're a modern madame. It's perfect. Yes, of course.
Merci.
You have to keep up with the fashions. But
Of course.
cages they were wearing. Oof.
Augustine, do you have any opinions about ladies' garments? As we traverse amongst the dead.
They won't need them.
No?
Well, that one I can say right over there. That is so 16th century. Am I right?
I am only
You are
interested in ladies' clothing when I can remove them.
Oh, Monsieur considers
have it?
himself a Lothario.
It is part of the reason I am a guest.
Ah.
Oh la la! Did you take off the wrong clothing, or perhaps the right
Among the
clothing?
so many, it is hard to keep track.
A tall-strapping man like you, I can see that being the case. And
I
maybe
know.
even for a few others. But, Madame,
Oui.
are we there yet?
You want to just be. So you're threading your way through the catacombs, and as you are trying to make your way through, I need Juliette to give me a sense of direction to make sure you're going in the proper direction.
How would you like me to do this, monsieur?
What skill do you think would help you the most?
My skills? Hold on. Probably. Also, any writings on the wall?
As you're going through, there are inscriptions here and there, mainly giving dates and names of people that you don't necessarily recognize.
Okay. Probably again the same one. My my little informants. Perhaps.
That is actually at this point now you're no help to navigate underground.
Would I be able to assist with my I guess in position to one thing to relation to each another, in terms of like we've moved this way, we've moved this way.
A sense of spatial relations?
Yes.
What of your traits do you think that would have the most likely?
I play chess often.
I will let you roll 3 dice for that.
Just to help.
All right, 3 dice. And if you succeed, I will give Juliette an extra die.
15.
15, very well. Juliette, you may roll 3 dice for this.
13.
13. You are fairly confident that you are moving in roughly the correct direction.
Delightful.
Would there be any chance, as a socialite that I am, that I'm not saying I would know all of or even most of the catacombs, but would there be like a little bit of catacomb tourism? Like, oh, I know a sweet spot to. I mean, like maybe a place I would bring somebody that's secret for a little tryst.
I will let you roll your socialite and see if you have any even passing knowledge of this area.
How about a lovely 11?
No idea.
Okay.
It's musty and dark and dank.
This looks like another little place that I sometimes bring my friends and we do things, fun things. But it's
so,
a different place.
Monsieur Massimo.
Oui, si.
Monsieur Massimo, how long have you been here in the city?
I would say most of a year.
Oh.
My French is not so bad.
No, not at all. You have come at an auspicious time.
Yeah, well. Can
I do a check to see if he's lying?
Yes, you may.
Moi?
Oui. Toi.
Vous?
All I can say is I'm so glad we have these hats.
So this is 17.
Here we go.
17. Have you been here for about a year, or have you been here longer?
Only slightly longer than a year, but yeah, I try always just to give that date waves back and forth because I never really know who to trust. So yeah, but yeah, it's been longer than a year for sure. Just a little sloppy with the truth. That's all. What? What?
It is. Your truth is fluid.
Yes.
We love some fluid truth.
Alternative facts.
Indeed.
And Monsieur Etienne, how long have you been in Paris?
I've lived here my whole life.
And
And
you are a fellow Parisian like me.
One grave is as good as the other. How long have we been traveling?
At this point, you've been underground for about an hour.
I'm going to stop and listen. I don't know what skill I would use for that.
You are you're a farmer.
Well, right in the city, I have a spot behind things where I'm,
I'll let you roll 3 for this.
I'll make this argument. I've probably spent a lot of time very early in the morning where I've been where the city is still quiet and I can hear things. I'm used to listening for things and
You're
identifying
often listening
them.
for cuckolded husbands as well to return home.
Right.
Oh, it is the French way.
That's just a 12.
12. You are fairly far underground. You do not hear any sounds of the street above.
But I'm also listening for anything in the tunnel. Other people.
You think you hear at some point a scuff of gravel or dirt on the stone somewhere. It catches your ear for a moment. You're not sure what it was. It wasn't necessarily a rat, but you're not sure it was a full-size man. You don't know.
Um, I just having heard that, I kind of stop and move my candle all, just turn around 360 just to see where we've been, where we're going.
All right. Currently, you are in a relatively straight passage,
Okay.
heading roughly to the southwest. You imagine you're guessing, Juliette, that you are maybe halfway to the Hotel de Ville. You've gone probably some 1,000 yards underground at this point from where you originally entered. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. When you stop and you listen at the end, the sound is definitely up ahead, and you hear a couple more. It's like something, as if something hard was between the gravel and the stone floor and moving, but not a big something.
I let them know. I hear something ahead,
What?
Something like what?
like it is something on top of something that's moving.
As you listen closer, it sounds. It is not exactly, but it sounds akin to like a horse's hooves skidding on cobblestone. Maybe
May have maybe.
you can all hear it now.
Yeah.
And it's growing in intensity. Now you hear several points of it. It does not sound like, you don't hear like men breathing or the shuffling of clothes or anything like that. It's just this odd scraping kind of sound.
Well, this is most awkward. Should we continue? I think we should continue.
Is it ahead of us?
It is, in fact, ahead of you.
Yes, very, very alright.
I got my
This
scissors.
is a little too suspicious.
Well, we have no option of going back.
We must go forward. I am not afraid.
It does not matter if you are afraid, madame. Do any of us have a gun?
Letters are not afraid.
None of you that I'm aware of has a firearm at all.
I have this very sharp pair of scissors.
Up ahead, there is a slight bend in the road, in the catacomb. You do not see any light coming from around the other side.
I do not think it is any. It's probably a rat or something.
I'm gonna light up that candle.
You now have 3 candles lit. The light of the candle, extra candle, helps illuminate. And you see at that moment a brown, long, thin, with a little bit of white hand come around the side and press against the side. Looking, you see that the hand has no flesh on it at all, as the grinning rictus face of a skull peeks around the corner. Faint red embers in the eye sockets. And I need you all to roll initiative.
What do we roll?
What do we roll in this
Whatever
case?
your most physical skill is that you think you have.
Spy.
Spy, 3.
Right.
6.
I rolled a fat 9.
I rolled a
I'm-
7.
would you, Monsieur Glummaster, would you consider Baker to be physical trait in this case, or would it be
Not for this instance, no.
No, did not think so. All right. Oh, 11.
Really?
Yeah, I am surprised too.
I am as surprised as you are.
Oh, the
Very
digital
well.
dice give it to me.
Beyond Augustin, you see
sir.
this skeleton peek around the corner. You may go first. What would you like to do?
Le mort vivant. Run.
You turn and run the opposite direction?
I yell to the others, run.
And do you do so?
I turn and how close am I to the front at this moment? To the front of our
You
group.
are up next to Juliet in the front.
I turn, I grab her, and I start to pull. I pull as I start to run.
Very good. Augustin turns around and begins to run away, trying to drag Juliet with him.
What?
Run, you fools! Le mort vivant!
I wrench my arm away. I will not be running.
Hang on. The skeleton lunges
crap.
forward.
Oui.
It
And
won't be running. Hey-o.
its desiccated talons, which should not be held together. There is no sinew that should be holding them together at this point. They're just bare bones, no flesh whatsoever. But the hand is still somehow together. There's a musty, dull smell that you can smell it throughout the catacombs, but even more so, more powerful now. This musty, dry odor that, as the hand reaches out and grabs at Juliet. Juliet, what skill do you think you would have for physical combat to evade such a thing?
I'm good at dancing.
Dancing? I'll let you roll 3.
Huzzah.
However,
Oh,
I, the
also-
Gloom Master, am using a help.
Oh, also, I will use that help as well. I will also say that I am very flexible.
You can roll 3 dice.
I used an help, and that would be a 14.
14. You managed to just dodge out of the grip. There's a couple threads of the hem of your sleeve come off in its skeletal fingers.
Sure.
Massimo, it is your turn.
I'm incensed by the skeleton's lack of care about fabrics.
Incensed.
Is it? It's not wearing anything, is it? It's just a skeleton.
It is purely just bone.
Okay, I'm within striking range. I imagine.
You could take a step forward, and yes.
Okay,
Where's this is
so
going?
with my scissors in my hand, I don't want to use my scissors. I'm just going to use them as like just weight in my hand, because I don't want to hurt the blade. And I will just try. I will probably honestly freaking out, and I'm just gonna punch it. I'm just gonna punch it.
Very well.
I'm just gonna punch it. Just gonna punch it.
Very well. Massimo attempts to punch the skeleton.
I can't believe you did that to that dress.
I thought when you said incensed, you were gonna take the sensor and club it.
Oh yeah, it's just the no. I think I'm too close.
He probably forgot he had it.
Yeah, I have the scissors in my hand. I'm not really thinking straight. I am going to use the help.
Very well.
I assume I'm using my spy skill to
Yes.
to do it. So
The Glue Master will not use the help. Never mind. I'm gonna save it. I will let you punch the skeleton.
how about a 5, a 4, a 3, and another 3. So that is 15.
You hit the skeleton and it takes a step back.
Oh, it starts with and ends with oh. Milano.
A couple teeth fall out of its jaw. as it staggers backwards.
I already killed one man tonight. Don't make me do it again.
Juliet.
It staggered back a bit.
I am
It
also.
did.
I just want to say that I'm probably screaming. Just straight through this whole thing. I'm just screaming.
I'm somewhat befuddled. I think I'd like to try and kick it.
Go ahead. You can roll 3 dice for that.
Oh, delightful. That is a solid 9.
It has staggered back out of range, and your kick goes wide.
I tried.
Etienne.
Okay.
I have deboned many chickens. I'm going to disarm it by cutting off its arm with my boning knife.
You're going to attempt to remove its arm.
Yes.
Very well. Go ahead and
I want to go right underneath the brain.
I'll let you
You're
roll
going to
3 dice
debone-
for that.
You're going to debone a skeleton.
Yes. This is my primary, I would say.
Your primary is the surgical precision. Do you think it would apply to a moving target?
Chickens are they run off with their heads off.
All right, fair. I will allow it.
Listen, I came
I
up
will
with
allow
this idea as a joke, and I'm going to do this whole damn thing. So.
All right.
Do it for the joke.
I have one job on this show.
12.
The knife skips off of its upper arm. You didn't quite get underneath. I rolled a 15. It didn't get quite underneath, and so it just kind of grazes off of it, doing no discernible injury. Biard, you were trying to pull Juliet, and she lurched back into the fray. The skeleton has staggered back a step.
Merde. I take my candle
Mm-hmm.
and I throw the candle at the skeleton.
Very well.
Because that makes as much sense as anything else. It is dead. How do you kill a dead thing?
Who throws this candle?
Who punches a skeleton with scissors? All right. I
He
rolled
brings
a
up a fair
6.
point.
I rolled a 6, sir. Yes, sir. I rolled a 6.
That's not really your cup of tea, though, is it? Do you think any of your skills pertain to that? Any of your traits?
No, and that
right,
is
roll
why I
2d6.
only rolled 2 dice.
Oh, good. What did you get?
I rolled a 6.
Yes, your candle goes flying across, hits the far wall of the catacomb and gutters and dies.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Good thing I have a lit candle. I'm screaming.
your- Yeah.
Etienne
believe
also
I
has
am-
a lit candle.
I believe I am also screaming during this,
Very well.
but mostly just merde, merde, merde.
It's
The
pronounced
skeleton
merda.
lurches forward again and grabs at Massimo.
Yeah, I scream.
I will use a help this time.
We all scream.
Glue is using a help, and it would not have mattered. All right.
Yes.
I need you to roll in counter to his attack. What physical trait do you think might serve you?
I'm assuming spy is, a little bit of. I had some physical training. Probably,
All right. I'll allow it. You can use
All
your
right.
spy skill.
Can I decide to use a help later?
No.
No. Okay. 10.
10. The skeletal hand rakes across your face, drawing blood on your left cheek.
Ah!
A note on hit points for everybody who's watching. You have hit points equivalent to whatever your highest physical trait is times 6. So in the case of Etienne, as a farmer, as a poultryman, he would have 4 dice. He would have that would be his primary. So he would have 24 hit points. Massimo, you're a spy as a secondary. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So I would let you have 18 hit points, 3 dice.
Take him.
Augustine, what do you think you would have?
Oh, I probably have 12.
12,
Come on,
very good.
let us be honest.
Very well. And Juliet?
I'm very flexible.
But that does not necessarily relate to Constitution, though, does it?
No,
So likely 12 hit points then
probably 12, yeah.
All right.
I'm a little squishy.
Well, Massimo had 18. He now has 17 as the creature draws literal blood.
Oh, it's probably diseased and ice cream. Well,
He
that's what spies
lied.
do. You know, they lie. That's the
Jacques!
I would not know anything about spycraft.
One day we will watch a show called Burn Notice, and it will be a delight to us all. Until that day, we are fighting skeletons in a crypt.
And Massimo, it is your turn.
I would just like to remind everybody we're going to put that clip on Twitch, probably, or that line might be my favorite thing I've ever said on the show.
We did not give you enough credit. Quick, say it again, and then we will all laugh uproariously.
No. We're going to use it later for the thing.
Oh, no. All right. You know best.
So yes, Massimo, it is your turn.
Oh gosh. Well, seeing as everyone else is still here fighting, I guess I am gonna punch it again.
You're going to punch the skeleton. All right.
I mean,
Nope. Go right ahead.
I don't know if I have anything else to do. So I don't
Except
wanna
for
hurt
that big heavy censer that you deliberately took from the church.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
At
I'm
least
not
you're
really
picking.
thinking straight here. All right, I'm being attacked by. a
This is
skeleton.
not welcome to the Feywild. We need the stuff that we use.
Okay. Ooh,
At least,
the whole
at least
thing-
you're so pretty. You're so
the thing
pretty.
is that I was thinking the whole time, like, how am I gonna put the scissors away properly? Because I don't want to just drop them. I don't wanna just drop
Were we?
Good.
Were we thinking? Were
No.
we?
I was screaming.
No.
Okay. I grab the sensor and I swing.
Very
I
good.
am also going to use another help that Kara just gave me. So thank
Very
you, Kara,
good.
for the help. Am I still rolling 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take the highest 3.
Highest. Oh, how about a 16?
Well, the sensor connects solidly with the side of the skeleton's head. The jaw dislocates, flies across the room, shatters on the wall. It falls to the ground from the force of the impact on its side. It gets hit in the left side of its face, falls to the ground. Its jaw sails away, and it's getting back up, but rather slowly compared to how it just was moving mere moments ago. You certainly did something to it with that blow, and it is affecting it.
Holy items.
Juliet,
All right. So go with me. I have a not inconsiderable understanding of human anatomy,
uh-huh.
and I'm currently wearing eye heels.
Uh-huh.
Where is its head in relation to the ground?
It is on the ground right now.
I think I would like to stomp on its head.
Very good.
Specifically, I would like to aim my heel at what you can call the atlanto-occipital joint, which is where the spinal cord pops into the skull, because as everyone knows, where the head goes, the body will follow.
Mhm.
So that is what I would like to try to do.
Well, rave on, Juliet.
I'm going to use an help for this one.
Very good. Roll an extra die.
That would be a 19. Wait, Did I do that too many? No, I did too many. Hold on. Let me redo that. That would be an 18.
The head crushes like a Fabergé egg. The skull ground almost to dust under your heel, and the rest of the skeleton ceases to move.
Oh, you are a vicious one.
We must do what we must in order to survive. Now, let us keep going, yes?
I believe it is my turn. I want to say, and let that be a lesson to anyone else. Lead on.
I pick up my candle and I relight it.
I stop screaming.
Oh, good. There is a skeleton laying there at your feet, just with its head crushed in. Against all possible logic, it pulled itself off of a shelf somewhere and came at you, seemingly quite deliberately.
What was that?
Is the end of the world.
I figured it would be.
Que cazzo?
I'm surprised it's taken this long.
What did you say, Massimo?
I said que cazzo.
Ah, oui.
What was that? What was that?
Listen, I don't know. Is it scary? I don't know. But we have to keep going, yes?
It was Le Morvert.
Did we just kill death?
No.
Maybe.
We just dealt with a skeleton that happened to be alive. Yes, that is
Living dead.
odd. But we have more important things to worry about, like our own skeletons.
When you cut off the head of a chicken, it will run around for about 20 minutes.
Monsieur
Yeah,
Etienne has a point.
But if you kill somebody and he's dead, so he's just a skeleton. He does not come back in 20 minutes.
You're right. Let us stand here and let us talk about this for a while all of his friends wonder what is going on. I'm gesturing to all the other skeletons. Let us keep going. I wish to see the light of day.
I will.
There is something that is, now that it's not moving anymore, that appears to have been on its rib cage. It's not bone, but there is something underneath its rib cage now, a small oval something.
I reach in and fish it out.
And you fish out an official looking seal like this on a it looks like it's on bone, like almost like scrimshaw maybe.
It's the seal of the Committee of Public Safety.
Yes, you recognize it. It is a badge of the Committee of Public Safety.
Well, they have brought the undead to their cause.
Well, so long as they have their heads.
Ironic.
As Madame here pointed out, you remove the head, and it is as eblis as Marie Antoinette.
Is the committee currently active, or are they?
Oh yes, very. So Robespierre has only been dead for
day and a half,
28 to 30 hours.
Yes.
Oh God.
And the reprisals are currently happening throughout the city.
So this is alarming, yes, but I'm going to reiterate that we need to go.
Oui.
Allons-y.
Viens, allons-y.
Andiamo.
So you're going to continue down the path? Down the catacomb that way you were going?
Yes.
Madame, do you know of any other exits, like not forward, like towards more? Are there more? Are there?
There are quite a few, yes, but unfortunately, I don't know of very many others than the one we are going to.
You could make your way past the Hotel de Ville, but that would be going even further to the Louvre. That is further downriver. And it is relatively near Pont Neuf, so you could cross the river that way. Or the Pont de Carousel is also close by.
So, yes, the question is, do you want to be underground more than we have to be?
I would like to get out of here.
Fantastic. Then we shall go in the direction that we are going in. Now we can come out at the Louvre, or we can come out at the Hôtel Ville. It's up to you.
I'm just trying to see if there's
why don't you go in front?
What?
How about you give me that thing and I will shake it?
What are you talking about?
This
Oh, the sensor.
here, big guy, it's all yours.
Thank you. Merci.
We're gonna return it to a church though when we're done.
But
Speaking of churches, there is the Saint Gervais. Saint Gervais. My French pronunciation, my apologies, is bad. The Anglais Saint Gervais, is right behind the Hotel de Ville. So it would be right before you got to the Hotel de Ville. There is a large church there that you might be able to find your way into the basement thereof from here.
So the question is, do we want to go up the hill? Do we want to go above where there is more danger, but it's not down here with the skeletons?
What if we head towards the Louvre?
We would have to be underground for more than that. For more than
Yes, it would be longer underground to get to the Louvre, but the closest way to get out now would be the Église. Again, my French is terrible. Eglise.
Église.
Église Saint-Gervais.
It's pronounced Chiesa.
Oh, see the Italian.
Well, soccer blue, let's go.
Well, if
the Minnesotan Parisians.
if my friend Etienne is willing to carry the weapon, and I will back you up with my scissors, maybe we can deal with the skeletons instead of the gendarme.
That they seem to be easier to kill.
If you wanted, you could use that other skeleton for decoration, and we could all blend in with that one.
I grab a thigh
That was
bone.
a joke.
Uh-huh.
Also, Monsieur Massimo, is your face okay?
I hope so.
It's scratched. It's
You're
bleeding, but
bleeding.
not severely.
I'm okay.
Monsieur Etienne, could I see the badge once
Maybe.
more? And look at it. I pocket the badge after looking at it for another moment.
Mhm.
This does not feel right. I mean, obviously walking dead, but it does not feel right. Something feels very queer. Off.
Let's go.
Oui.
You make your way through the darkness, through the catacombs, and get to a section that opens up and seems to be a better appointed series of crypts and tombs. You see more inscriptions dating from the 1400s A lot of the interred here have been in this area for a while. They are not recent additions to the catacombs. This is probably the crypt beneath some church of some kind now that you have stumbled your way into.
Very nice. It is nicer. Do Glue I beg your pardon. In this area, are there looking like there are any skeletons that are whole and complete, or are they more traditional catacomb skull?
This area is actually much more. There are actual like caskets in closed sections, not just skeletons laying on shelves. So clearly, this was the more wealthy, well-to-do were buried here in the 14, 15, and maybe even 1600s. As you're looking through and you're reading the various descriptions, most of which are in Latin, you get the sense that many of these were the clergy of the church. And you start to see the name of Saint Gervais on these various tombs, if you will. And sure enough, there's off to the side, you eventually discover a set of limestone stairs that go up.
Madame?
Shall we ascend?
Yeah, I would like to get out of here. Yeah.
Who's going first? There's a door up ahead.
I will go first.
Merci.
Très bien.
You reach this old wooden iron-bound door that has been obviously in place for decades, more like centuries in all likelihood.
I'm going to put my ear to it and listen.
Very good. If you would roll me 3d6 for that endeavor.
I'm going to use a help.
Very good.
$14.
You hear two hushed voices on the other side, speaking in Latin. Do you speak Latin?
I absolutely do not.
You recognize it as the language of the church, for that is what so much of the Catholic Church.
I was an altar boy.
Well, only Etienne is listening at the door at the moment.
I say, Latin? Anyone Latin?
If it's a mass, I might recognize it, but
I speak Latin.
Oh, then...
As do I.
Oh, that's right. Augustin and Juliette, you're both polyglots, specifically.
Oui.
I did not know that was a class feature. I would have done that instead of man who holds his cock.
I have a noble cock. It crows at break of day.
Okay, while Monsieur Augustine is singing, I put my ear to the door.
Oh, you took that moment.
Listening in, you discern it is Latin, but it is two men in hushed voices. And you begin to make out, I don't know where it came from. It's stopped now. Good thing you had that candlestick. Do you think there are more?
I relay this to my my companions. Should we wait for them to leave? Maybe something about the candlestick.
Are they talking about gendarme?
Oh, they could be.
As you're listening, you do hear at one point, you definitely hear bone and skeleton in the same breath.
Was they all talking about skeletons?
They're having the same problem as us. It is the end of the world.
Probably.
Apocalypse. Oh, in that case, let us join them.
Okay.
Enemy of my enemy.
Très bien. Formidable, monsieur.
Fashions change a lot quickly.
They do. That is very true.
Put on our hats.
If anybody has any objections, I'm just going to open the door.
May we?
You Juliet pushes open the door, revealing a side room of some sort of a church. It's very, very clearly ecclesiastical. There are various objects used in services scattered about the room. It looks like this is more like a storage room than anything else. And there are two priests, Catholic priests, standing there. They were obviously chatting to each other. You see a skeleton crushed half to dust at their feet. The larger of the priests is holding what appears to be a large silver candlestick, which appears to be slightly dented now. And at the sound of the door opening, they both whirl. The arm goes back of the larger priest.
Oh, monsieur. Tranquille, s'il vous plaît. Nous sommes les amis.
You're alive.
Oui.
We are alive.
You're not one of those.
Although we just had something very similar happen. Question. Was that thing just alive and trying to kill you?
It was moving.
I'm going to go kind of make my way through them and look through the skeleton for a similar token.
You do, in fact, find the exact same badge upon it.
Son of a
We
bitch.
found this in ours, the one we fought.
Curiouser and curiouser.
This is madness. We had the door open to the crypt. We were going to go down and say some prayers for some long-standing old prayers that were paid for back in the 1600s. Our normal rounds, when there was not one of our blesseds interned, but a skeleton from deeper in the caves. It lurched out and followed us up here as we ran, and luckily, Clement here. He gestures to the larger priest. Clement here managed to grab one of our candlesticks and defend us.
Is this a item has been consecrated?
Let me stop and think for a moment. Fabian says, no.
Did you
My
try
boot was
holding
also
up a
not
cross?
We did not make the sign. We dashed back into the room. Clement here grabbed it and smashed it by brute force. Thank
That was
God.
very lovely of you. Clement?
Clement nods.
Bonjour.
He
Je
nods.
m'appelle Juliette. I am Juliette. We were going through the catacombs and we also came across a skeleton that did such the same to us.
He nods but says nothing. The other priest says, I must apologize. He is a mute.
Perfect.
That is not true. You are lying.
How so?
You are lying. We heard you speaking.
Monsieur.
The other priest gets a little red in the face. Clement, you can. And Clement says, "We."
Bon. What? Where did it came from? The catacombs you said.
We. The first priest speaks. We. It came up from the stairs, and it lunged at it. We went down the stairs. It came up the stairs after us.
Oh la la. I have a quick question for you. Is this particular church? Are you friends of the Republic?
The first priest says, "I am a friend to all," and he glances at Clement, who sort of just kind of looks away awkwardly.
I would like to with this next question. I would like to use my I guess my traits, my charm. I'd like to charm them.
Yeah.
All right.
So you would not happen to know or be in any kind of trouble, would you, with the
Roll me your persuasion.
Use your flexibility.
Oui. That is a 19.
A 19. Oh, somebody else already posted that. I missed that. Yes, use your flexibility.
Yes.
These are priests. I take off my shirt.
The Clement says, "You have found me out. I am not a priest. I was trying to escape through the catacombs."
Maybe. Do I know this Clement? Do I recognize him?
Give me a roll for that.
Another 19.
No, he does not appear to be of anyone of significance.
Interesting.
Do I recognize him?
You can go ahead and roll as well.
Very good. I would like to roll my newspaper.
All right.
And 17.
Yes. You believe, you can't tell because of his, from his face and all, but you think he might have been some sort of assistant executioner at some point.
I know
But
you.
not lately.
Monsieur Clement. Is Clement a new? Is Clement a new name? Is that a new name? Because you are seeking clemency.
Ooh, that's good.
Let us just say that my old life is catching up with me, and I wish to leave it all behind.
I understand.
You're not the only one.
You are with friends.
What were you doing in the catacombs?
Trying to avoid a date with Madame.
That is why I was heading there as well.
So,
did you have a plan?
It's going above ground here. Not a good idea. Is that what I'm hearing?
The Hotel de Ville is next door. The focal point, the headquarters of the revolution.
We are going to go further down towards the Louvre.
But that would also mean being in the crypt with the dead guys.
But
yes,
also,
now there are more of us.
If the Hotel de Ville is next door, that is where the Committee of Public Safety is, and that is where these ghouls are coming from. This is some sort of I thought it was the end of the world. This is a retribution. This is someone somehow controlling the dead because of Robespierre.
I blame Robespierre.
Tell us all this time.
Quoi? Robespierre. Robespierre
Each-
was a
each-
sweetie pie.
He was a
Yes.
terrible chess player.
It is there.
He would keep
Rob-
the pieces in his mouth.
Robespierre. Oh, do not get me started, madame. All of this is because of Robespierre. And Robespierre helped begin the Committee of Public Safety. I should know I was on the Committee of Public Safety. I'm Augustin Claude Billard. I was a Girondin legislative member in the assembly.
Yes, I know this.
This is why groups are terrible to be in.
We
Because you are in
We
them
were
first
all-
and they try to kill you.
were all Jacobin once.
All I wanted to do is play chess and drink and
Wait,
admire
Etienne.
my cocks.
Well,
Monsieur,
you do very well.
you play chess?
Mais oui.
We should play sometime.
At the earliest convenience.
The
but
other
right now-
priest clears his throat.
Oh, pardon. Pardon, monsieur.
The point being, Robespierre dies 36 hours ago. All hell is breaking loose. There is retribution, and we find two of these goes with the shield of the Committee of Public Safety on
Yes,
them.
that is all terrible and horrible and the worst. However, we are all trying to get out of this damn city, so let us go.
The way out may be through the Hôtel de Ville. It may be going into the lion's den.
Quoi?
Look,
No.
okay. Inside of your city, there are two lions. One of them lives at the hotel. The other one lives in the catacomb. It's lions either way.
Not
And
unless we go to.
there's a lady and a tiger. That is the
If we
we
go
have
to
to
Notre
decide how
Dame.
we die.
Just depends on which one you want to feed. Let's
All
go
right.
feed the skeletons.
If we go to the Louvre, at least we can blend in at the museum. But
I believe it's a palace.
Museum.
Yeah.
no, it is. The
It is a
Louvre-
museum
the-
at this point.
Oh,
Yes,
Ah.
it was turned into the National Museum 3 years ago. Where have you people been?
I just got here.
You've been here for a year and you have not gone and seen the
The
sights.
last thing I got all the way from
I hold them in it because when you live in a place, you do not go and visit the places that you always want
Oh, you are the
That is very
worst kind
true.
of tourist.
to. I am not a tourist. I was born here.
You
Facts.
should go local economy.
Well.
Local economy.
When is the last
wasn't-
time you've bought an egg from me?
I have not, where in the city are you? I do not know.
To the
Where are
left.
your oofs? Where do you have any oof right now?
No, because I'm.
You have
trying
no
to
oofs to
leave.
give me. You have no F's to give me.
Monsieur Fabienne. Or I should say, pardon, Père Etienne, Père Fabienne. So you were trying to smuggle this person out through the catacombs?
That was the idea. We were going to see if the way was clear, and we were going to get him out. I did not have a plan beyond getting him into the catacombs. He is an old family acquaintance, and I felt that I owed it to him to try to get him out before the committee found him.
Père, tell me, how is the climate at the moment? Is it very dangerous above ground or outside?
Well, we are currently inclement. Thank you.
The door is that way.
I have a plan. I only have 4 of these hats. So, what we're going to do is we're going to pretend to be guards. And we're going to go and we're going to go through the catacombs. If we run into anybody, we're taking the prisoner. Perfect.
You look a little short to be a gendarme.
Pardon.
People don't respect people
I'm
who are
advertising for
short
the
who
time.
have that kind of hat.
Pardon. I do not hate this plan, monsieur. What if Clement dresses as a gendarme and I am your prisoner?
Sure, we can.
I'm a
look,
reasonably high-level political target.
So am
I-
I going to just wear pants now?
Oui.
in a crowd, nobody sees your pants. They're just seeing the capello. Okay.
Now let her put on the pantaloons.
If we're in a crowd,
It'll be fun.
I'm going to go down with the skeletons.
I'm not
Do not!
leaving. I'm not leaving my skirts at all. Ever. No, they're not up. I'm going to keep my skirts on. Thank you.
Well,
look, it won't work for long, but maybe just long enough.
We could get out of this hellhole.
I'm not leaving my skirts behind.
Bring your skirts.
Bring
Maybe I
some.
could fashion it into a nice like cape.
Cape.
A cape?
Hmm.
A gendarme cape?
Oui.
Fine. Fine. Where are the pants in which I shall wear?
The priest kind of shrugs and says, "I just have my cassock."
Good enough.
So make me pants.
Massimo takes the moment to make pants. The priest gets Father Fabian, by the way, is his name. Father Fabian actually manages to get some lanterns for you.
Oh, merci.
Oh, wonderful.
Merci, Père.
Clement trades the silver candlestick for a he roots around and eventually finds a length of board that maybe it was a table leg at some point. He hefts that as a club, and he gets a good grip on that to take with him.
Fantastic. Are the
I'm
pants
going to
ready?
look around as well.
At the end, you can find a similar. There's spare wood that was used for repairs. There's like a scrap pile later in another room that Fabian takes you to, and you can find something that works. It's a chair leg that would serve very well as a club.
Very well.
I have a leg bone. Do I think that
Yes, you do.
wood is better, or is the leg bone better?
6 of 1.
I'll just keep the leg bone.
Very well. So Massimo is armed with the thigh bone of a long dead individual. Etienne and Clement have table and chair leg.
I also still have the.
You still have the sensor as well. Juliet has a pair of pants and a fetching new cape.
I want to let you know that that the skirts are very heavy.
You have a very heavy cloak now.
Andiamo.
And Augustine, are you doing anything to provision yourself before going back to the catacombs?
I am going to grab another share leg, or no, I will grab that candlestick that that our friend has left behind.
The priest looks at you askance, for it is a silver candlestick.
It is well blessed.
Oh, is this an issue? I really shouldn't pay him.
You do what?
I offered to buy it.
To buy the candlestick. He says, I suppose did you have a he mentions a price. Are you well provisioned with coin right now, Etienne?
I have a little bit.
A little bit. Probably about half of what you are escaping the city with would buy you that silver candlestick if you wanted it.
Etienne, allow me, please. Merci. Father, I will send it back to you, but also please take this as a donation to do good and stop this madness.
What are you giving him?
I'm giving him 15. I'm giving him 15 sous.
Oh, he says, very well, my son. I suppose if you want to buy it, times being what they are, I suppose that would do. When times are better, we will use this coin to buy a new one.
Also, could you bless the rest of our weapons?
I did not even bless that candlestick.
Could you bless them all?
I suppose. He has you lay all of your varied sundry items down. He performs a brief Catholic ceremony. He actually has to consult a small little book that it has things like exorcisms and stuff in. He pages through, and eventually you hear him go, close enough. And he says something in Latin. And apparently it was a prayer to bless the swords of crusaders. So, but it's what he's got. So he recites that over your weapons.
Maybe throw some holy water in there,
Yeah, could we get a little bottle of holy water? Maybe several bottles?
I have, without going up to the sanctuary and possibly exposing myself and all of you, I could, I do have a small, that gives you a little stoppered vial. It's very small. It's like a perfume bottle size. I have this.
Question, Pierre. Pear. Do you have a map?
No, I do not.
Well, can you
It
give us
was
a
nice.
little
Off
like
we go.
direction?
Go down the stairs and turn left. He shrugs.
Très bien. Merci.
Merci, Father.
And with that, down the stairs into the catacombs they go. Massimo, the Italian, certainly only a tailor and not a spy. Etienne, the poultryman. M. Augustin, the former newspaperman, and Madame Juliette, the madam being emphasized in that title. Followed by their mysterious friend Clement, who is also joining them, attempting to escape from Paris and the undead. And with that, we're going to leave it for the night. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I'd like to take a quick moment to thank all of our regulars who come in all the time and join us for this. Victorian London Fog, EAP 5000, Sally Yay, Screaming Dragon, Sir David Percival, of course, who's there helping to run the comments. Chef Nutmeg, good to see you. Giancarlo. There's some guy, How the Bridge Troll, whoever that is, I don't even know. Kara Chapel, and so many of you who don't necessarily post but come and join us every single time here for this. We really do appreciate it. Join us next Wednesday when we will see where our adventure leads us. Same time, same place. But let's take a quick moment and introduce our players and find out what they are about and what they're doing in the really real world. Let us start with Massimo de Milano.
Well, hello. I'm Paulo Garbanzo, and I'll be doing the Maryland Renaissance Festival for the next 8 weekends. And we have an awesome show end of the day with Jacques the Whipper for the next 5 weekends. And then we also actually, Jacques and I are doing a show at Liquidity Brewery Ale House up in Maryland, somewhere between DC and Baltimore on September 20th. You can get tickets online. Check out all of our Instagram and Facebooky things and stuff like that. So it's going to be a 9 p.m. show, and it's going to be crazy. So
sweet. I wish I was available. I'd go see it. You're not that far from where I'm at.
Yeah.
We also have Etienne.
Hello, I'm Steve O'Dockerson. You can see me as beloved entertainer Hob the Troll. You can go to hobthetroll.bandcamp.com. Hey gang, new merch dropping very soon. I'm gonna have in addition to the toe bags in addition to all of my great albums, like my new work, you can also get Hob the Troll earplugs. Those are coming out soon. I'm going to be at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Festival for the rest of the season. Following that, the Sarasota Medieval Fair from November 2nd to November 17th. And you can also go to cameo.com/It's Hob the Troll, and I can quit your job for you.
Hang on, I've got to grab that one. And
break up with somebody. It's $12.
Perfect. Oh, perfect.
Oh my
Worth
god,
it.
Seriously.
that's amazing.
I do other
All
stuff
right,
too.
I
but
mean,
yeah.
I had to get this so that people can get this. There you go. If you want Hob the Troll to quit your job for you,
Yeah.
over a Zoom call, there you go.
It's a tote bag. It's a tote bag. That's a tote bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
bag.
It's
I'm selling
all
pictures of my feet.
Serve your birthday.
Oh,
but
for sure.
that's a bargain.
Just printing money, really. Terrible news! You guys, your marriage is over. I will get ice cream. That's something I would say.
And now I'm just going to try to come up with an excuse to use your services at some point in my life.
Oh my god.
Maybe when I have a traffic ticket or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Parking fines.
Oh man.
I'll have
You
you
got
show
a
up.
crush?
At
Want
the
to ask somebody out? Hob the Troll.
Very good. We shall do so. We also have M. Augustine. Monsieur.
Hello, everyone. I am Dan Kostelik. I'm also your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. That was not my real hair. I know.
What?
It was a wig. Yes.
The whole time.
Go follow me everywhere on the socials. I'm Shakespeare.approves on TikTok and Insta. It is the only way I judge my self-worth in life. But you can catch me on live shows coming up. So many shows. Sparta, New Jersey. I have the... that's going to be starting in 2 weeks and going for 3 weeks. I have this coming weekend, the brand new Bucks County Renaissance Fair. I'm going to be in Salem, Massachusetts. I'm going to be with Paolo down at the Maryland Renaissance Festival for 4 weeks, starting in 5 weeks. I'm going to be at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival with Paolo and Tom. I'm going to be at Lady of the Lakes. I'm going to be in Salem, Massachusetts. I'm going to be at cameo.com/It's Hob the Troll, serving you, wedding
Serving
proposals as baby Stewie. So that is what I'm going to be doing. So if you want baby Stewie to propose to you and also just ask for directions, make sure you go to cameo.com/It's Hob the Troll. And I'll be happy to be there for you. I have so many things. So yes, do you want someone to announce that was a wig? Hob the Troll will announce that was a wig.
$12.
$12.
$12.
Yeah.
Hob, I will Venmo you this right now, man.
Printing money is really...
It really is. We do have one other person here with us. We have Juliette.
Hi guys, I'm Katie Hauser, friendly neighborhood layabout. That's me. You can find me at Rune Away with Katie at Instagram. I will do rune readings or oracle readings, whatever you feel like. And I will also serve you with I don't know, something great at cameo/Hob the Troll.
Your readings are really good. I get one.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Steve-O, I appreciate
cameo.com/It's Hob the Troll is our brand
Hob the
new
Troll.
hobthetroll.bandcamp.com. All right.
Hob the Troll.
I see
Yes,
where
it
we're
is-
going.
It is changed now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our new.
That
You
is
can
the
do
new-
both. I don't care. You know.
Yeah, if you go to it's hobthetroll.bandcamp.com/cameo, you can also get the brand new Shakespeare Shakespeare token of affection. It says that on the one side, and it's the Buddy Shakespeare on the other for the 20th anniversary. For the 3-year-long 20th anniversary, people, here we go. So yeah, new merch
Hell
coming
yeah.
out this weekend. Yeah.
Boom.
We love it. We love it. Anyway, yeah.
And I am the Gloom Master. I am Tom Zadoyko. I am currently at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. I am doing their special events, the costume contests, all that sort of thing, until Buckle and Swash is there for the month of October. And then Buckle and Swash will actually be in Louisiana for the whole run.
Nice.
And as a result, speaking of segues, if you come to the wrong button, if you come to Destination D&D in New Orleans, November 19th through the 23rd via renadventures.com or Destination D&D, you will see us at the end as you will be taking a trip to the Louisiana Renaissance Fair at the end of that trip. Also, please be sure to check out destinationdnd.com itself. We're already putting together things for next year, including a trip back to Muncaster Castle. And maybe this time I'll actually get a chance to go because I'm chomping at the bit. I would love to be there. Also want to thank our good friends at 3d2u.org, Jesse and Amy over there making all sorts of great stuff for us, all sorts of gaming accessories, 3d2u.org. And of course, we have our book out, Handler Z and I Dare, collection of short fiction and poetry on Amazon, on Audible, and a new one coming out. You can find us via that way with our Patreon, which is Patreon.com/Quill and Quote. You actually have to type out the whole thing because of the content material is considered rated R, so you can't just search it and find it. So if you do that, you can find us there. If you become a Patreon, you'll get all of the stories that we are doing as Melissa completes them and as I record them, and then we compile them in books every couple years. So that's a good way. And speaking of Patreon, we also have Patreon here for Nat 21 Adventures. Be sure to check that out. Also on the Discord, you can find Nat 21 Adventures there. And our lineup of all the wonderful shows we have all week long. We are not doing oops, this is scrolling by too fast for me to grab. We are not doing Flash Phantasmagoria tomorrow because unfortunately Handler Z will be driving to do the Arkansas Renaissance Fair from Pennsylvania, so she'll be on the road tomorrow. But I believe Chris has lined up somebody to do a lovely session tomorrow at that same time. I don't know. Paulo, do you know who that is by chance?
I think Nina is going to do that. So Christina, the other Christina. We have many Christinas here.
We do. Do you know what she is doing?
I don't.
Tune in tomorrow at 12 o'clock for a surprise.
It's a mystery.
There we go. So yes, there's that, and also check out our Discord. You can find us there's the Discord listed there. Thank you, Sir David Percival, for getting all these together for us and getting them up here. If you join our Patreon, you can become a Patreon saint, and we do Saints games where we run you through games. So you get to. I know many of you helped me write this adventure, but want to be a player, become a patron saint. And get in on the Grand Saints monthly game at patreon.com/Nat21Adventures.
So if patrons helped you write this game, can we have some hey Patreons, I don't know a lot about the French revolutions. Can you make it suggest it to be set in a 1990s record store? Because your boys got that down.
The people who helped me write this, who were on the stream, did swear to secrecy. Yes, Kara. Yes, they swore to secrecy so that they will not give away any spoilers. They want it to be a surprise for all of you.
Good.
But then also to have a surprise for people who weren't around for the writing of the stream. So when guests join in, they don't know where it's going. And to be honest, I don't know where it's going I know the general plot line, but like the wonders of all role-playing games, we're adapting, we're going along, we're improvising as we go. So here is a new chance for that. We're going off in a different direction than I had originally intended already. So I'm curious to see what happens as we come in next week. And Kara, we'll talk about it. Maybe there will be a Gothic horror game for the Grand Saints game.
Yeah.
Paulo, you and I will chat about that after all this.
Make it happen.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that bingo thing is still going on, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, it is. It is indeed.
Yeah,
well,
you can
guys,
see it.
we got to get going. The baby bat has finally fallen asleep in the background. There's no more screaming. So Handler Z has helped us out immensely with that. Guys, have a lovely night. We'll see you next Wednesday. And until then,
Ah.
Viva la revolution!